Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Deloulou, the podcast where I talk about whatever I want. Last week, we uploaded the little comeback episode, and I'm not gonna lie, looking back at it, I kind of realized the visual, it was a wee bit rough, innit? Anyways, it's not that bad, but like I looked at it in hindsight and I was like, that lighting was really not giving. But also at the same time, I really need to reduce the barrier like between me and recording. And that was kind of what I was trying to do. I was just like, I just sat down my camcorder and pinned on my mic, and that's it. So right now, that's the same thing we're doing because I'm just sitting on my bed and I just have the mic where the mic is at. So that's it. So how have we been feeling? Because I honestly have to say, somehow I feel like I've been even less focused than I've been generally. A few weeks ago, I turned 24, and turning 24 was a bit weird because honestly, 24 is not really a significant age. Nothing really changes at 24. There isn't really anything that I have to do now that I'm 24 and that would have not been there when I was 23. But I know that 25 is going to be the year where a lot of things change just because, like, in Germany, some things change with your insurances and, like, a lot of things get more expensive when you turn 25. And that kind of made me think a lot about, okay, well, this is kind of my last year with this financial safety net of the state, right? Like, until you still get Kindergeld, which is kind of like state-funded child support until you're 25 when you're still in like some sort of like study program, and you still get to stay on the family plan for health insurance. So a lot of things are just cheaper when you're under 25. And for some reason, this internal timer that's been ticking in my head of like, okay, now you got 1 year left before all those things change, is a bit triggering for some reason. But amongst all of that, honestly, I somehow had a whole new debate that just like popped up in my head of I feel so old for my age. And it's not a positive thing. Like usually I've always been very much appreciative of every bit of maturity that I have and all the experiences that I've collected over the years, and the fact that somehow I managed to turn out okay, and I enjoy a calmer energy in my life. I try to cherish resting and, getting my sleep, eating healthily. I'm trying to be as healthy as I possibly can. And to be honest, that kind of is a struggle a lot of the time because it is hard to get my ass up to work out multiple times a week. I have to kind of counteract my intuition and my cravings when it comes to food almost every day because I crave the sugariest, fattiest, carbs only. Like I could just eat pasta 3 times a day. Obviously, I'm realizing more and more that if you disrespect your body and your health in your 20s all of the time, you'll pay that bill later on in your life. Like every cigarette you smoked, every drink you've had, all of that is going to come, like that bill is going to come later, but you're going to have to pay at some point. And I mean, I feel like I've made that realization quite early. I feel like 24 is very young. I mean, I really started looking out for my health more in September of last year, where I really just sat down and I was like, okay, I cannot procrastinate taking care of my own health. I just need to sit my ass down and take care of my body and my mental health, because if I'm not doing it, I'm gonna collapse soon. And it was a bit scary to have that moment, but at the end of the day, it was just needed. And I did take care of a lot of things, but the main things that really like worried me were I kind of have been having issues with my teeth for a while and not taking care of them. I hadn't been to the dentist in like 4 years, which not great for you, let me tell you that. So I made that dentist appointment, even though I really didn't want to, and I was really scared of it. I started looking for a therapist again actively. I started working out multiple times a week. I cut down on industrial sugar. I cut down on highly processed foods. I started getting my sleep schedule right. Stopped sleeping during the day and just started like sleeping at night exclusively, period. I had already tried to cut down on sugary drinks earlier last year, but for some reason I just like started drinking them again. So I kind of restarted cutting down on sugary drinks. And all of these things are really difficult and like time consuming. It's just so hard to actually get into these behaviors and try to keep them up. And the only way that I've managed to actually do that for extended periods of time was just really making it so easy for myself, and also not setting an unrealistic standard. I think the biggest rule in all of this was always each day that I manage to do it is a step in the right direction, and each day that I don't manage to do is one step in the wrong direction. But one step in the wrong direction doesn't mean complete failure, which is really, really important to remember in all of this. Like, if you can't get through good habits for one day, you can literally come back to them the next day and it will be fine. You'll have made one step in the wrong direction, but also you remembered where you need to go and you took a step in the right direction the next day. So, it's all about balance. You can't really just like cut down on everything from one day to the next and expect it to work. Like, obviously we all know that that's not rocket science. It's just like a well-known fact. However, I do like to forget. I do tend to just blank out on that and just be really hard on myself when I miss out on a workout or something. So the thing is, I don't even think that I know exactly what is good for myself. However, like in therapy, I've learned so many ways to integrate mindfulness into my everyday life. And I don't know, going to talk therapy really just helped a lot with this feeling of being overwhelmed, because to me, it's really easy to get overwhelmed even just by your own expectations of yourself. That's kind of what gets me overwhelmed the fastest, is just myself and what I want to achieve in my life, and really just feeling the discrepancy between that image of what I want to happen at some point and whatever is happening right now. But that is so unfair, because even right now, I'm really like working at my goals, right? Like, I'm out here trying to do my best in the situation that I have right now. And it just feels so dumb to disregard all of the work that I've been putting in thus far. And I'm realizing that again and again, like, girl, you have been doing things to get it right. You have made progress. I saw this reel on Instagram of this woman going, so has there been growth? I didn't ask how much, but has there been growth? And if the answer is yes, I'm gonna need you to chill.
Has there been growth? I didn't ask how much growth. I asked, has there been growth? Yes or no question. I need an answer. And if the answer is yes, I'm gonna need you to chill. Chill out. Chill the tears, chill the stress, chill all that stuff out that's coming from your high expectations for you to always be perfect or whatever your expectations are, and ask yourself, have you grown? Have you? Compared to yesterday? Compared to last year? Okay, whatever the answer is, especially if it's a yes, really, if it's a yes, I'm gonna need you to clap some hands and celebrate with yourself, because if there's been growth, guess what that means? There's gonna be growth. Because I don't know about y'all, but around these parts, we stay determined, okay? So if there's been growth, there's going to be growth. And I'm going to need you to chill out and stop being mean to my friend and be a little sweeter, because they're going to be growth in the future. So just wait on it and chill. Take a chill pill. I'm giving you permission, okay? Right? All right.
And that ties everything together, girl. Like, it really is not that deep. If there has been growth, I'm gonna need you to chill. And that, it's just so fucking true. It's just so true. And I sometimes think, if someone came up to me with my situation and was complaining about the same shit that I'm complaining about to myself even, I would probably yell at them and be like, girl, who the fuck hurt you? Like, what is going on? What's going on? Because it ain't that deep. It truly isn't that deep. And the weird thing is, in my experience, ambition is such a double-edged sword, because on one hand, I'm so grateful that my depression isn't catching up to me as hard and that my mental state is just better overall. I am working. I'm trying to like put in work in all of these different parts of my life. I'm working on my portfolio. I'm recording podcast episodes. I'm back posting on Instagram. I'm still DJing. I'm also trying to like curate music for new mixtapes and write down concepts for new press shoots and plan out new photos that I can take for my bachelor's thesis. I'm also writing that thesis and reading different types of literature for that thesis. I'm also taking care of like my applications for my master's degree. And then at the same time, I'm still working on like an exhibition for a prize that I'm nominated for within my university. Girl, it's a lot. It's a lot. However, I'm not going to sit here and complain about the work that I have myself requested. I literally have been asking for all of this to come to me forever. And now that I get to do these things, technically I'm super happy, but it comes at the price of also losing that freedom that I'm right now enjoying, because, you know, I'm working freelance, I'm a student, and all of my classes are finished. My bachelor's program is almost done. I just have to do my thesis and then I'm out. But that's scary. It is scary. Like, I really have to say, overall, going to art school has been one of the best choices I've made in my life, just because all of the freedom and all of the new ways of thinking that kind of get instilled on you are so liberating. And it really has changed the way I think, the way I see the world. It really has done wonders. It is so horribly scary to sit here and be like, okay, this has been 3.5 years of the undergrad program. I'm now doing my thesis. After that, I'm hopefully enrolling in a master's program. I have 2 more years, and then I'll be out working somehow. That shit is scary. Like, girl, it is scary. If everything goes well and I finish everything on time, I'll have my master's degree at 26, which isn't super early, but also isn't super late. But for some reason, I keep getting scared, even 2 years in advance, of starting that whole process of like, you know, working and getting into that industry and doing all of these things, because obviously I'm working right now already. I'm already doing freelance work. Like, it's not like I don't know what I'm getting into. But if you don't have that safety net of university and like your status as a student and everything, it is a whole different story, I gotta say. And I was aware of that before. I knew that that was gonna happen at some point. But right now I'm just like, okay, undergrad is kind of coming to an end. Well, what the fuck is gonna happen next? Quick side note to the viewers on YouTube, I just fully forgot to mention that. I shaved my hair off. She gone, she bald again. I really missed the buzz cut so much, and I just feel so much better with my hair off again. Growing my hair out has been something that I've been wanting to do for ages. I did not feel like myself anymore. I did feel like I was dressing up as a character or something at some point, and I was just so tired of having to do my hair every day. I hated it. Like, I just, in the end, I was so frustrated. And also the hair wasn't super healthy, so I was like, you know what? We're starting over. And, you know, now that I have my hair shaved off again, I realized why I did the buzz cut in the first place. It just looks good on me, I think. It just is so liberating. It's so practical. but it also looks so cunty when you're in full glam. So I just really like the buzz cut. I don't think I can actually leave it behind for good at some point. Like, I don't know. It's one of the things that has kind of like crossed paths with me at some point, and now I feel so connected to it. I think it just has to stay for a while now. So yeah, the buzz cut is back, and oh my god, and I got my back tattooed. I was so out of it when it came to tattoos. As of right now, I have 14 tattoos, and I got 11 of them in 2019, 2021. So basically, I got a whole lot of tattoos in a very short time span. Back then, liked the idea of having one tattoo artist that does all of my tattoos. So the first 11 tattoos that I had are all done by the same artist. And, you know, things happened and we kind of grew apart. So then I just stopped getting tattoos. And I was like, okay, well, I'm cool with that. I don't need to get any more. I look pretty tattooed. Like, if you see my arms, I do look like someone with a lot of tattoos because I do have like 10 tattoos. Also, I have this big ass tattoo on my leg, which no one ever sees because I don't wear shorts. And yeah, I kind of at some point was like, okay, I think I'm done with tattoos for the time being. But then I saw some posts of tattoos of like a friend of mine who is also studying at the same university, and she posted some of her recent tattoos that she did on others. And I don't know, I kind of was intrigued, and I was going back and forth between a few of her flashes that I liked. And then she posted a new flash sheet, and I was like, I have to get this because I really, really love lilies, and lilies are my favorite flowers. And she had this little dotted lily that's all just made from little individual dots. She had that on her flash sheet, and I was just like, I need to get this. It's just so pretty. Originally, I wanted to get it somewhere else, but then we tried different placements, and just here on the arm and just having it right here centered on my arm, it just looked the prettiest. It was a pretty painful experience to get it done on this kind of softer part of the arm, but, you know, it was worth it. It's really pretty. And then I just kind of caught tattoo fever again for some reason. And I kind of fell in love with these two little Dalmatian foxes that she had drawn. That is the reason that I got my back tattooed yesterday. And it's so crazy because they are so big. They're like by far the biggest tattoo that I've had. And it's so crazy because they are so big. I genuinely can't believe that these are on my back forever now, but I'm so glad. I'm so happy to have them, and they're so adorable. And I'm also really happy to finally have moved on from my very clean tattoo style. Really, I've been wanting to get a tattoo that is more in the style of a sketch for a really long time, and I for some reason haven't gotten around to it. We got the new tattoos going, and I'm so happy with them. If you're an NIV and you want to get a really, really cute tattoo by just the most adorable person ever, check out Azla's Instagram. Her Instagram handle is azla.ttt. I'm gonna just insert it here, but really, her tattoos are so amazing. Her designs are so beautiful. On her new flash, she has these two geese. They're so cute. They're so cute. Like, oh my god. But I can't afford another tattoo right now. I need to take a break. And also, to be quite honest, I really love getting tattoos done. I don't know what I was thinking with the two placements of these two most recent ones, because they were both really painful. I really have to say, like, I'm really good when it comes to tattoos. I feel like I take care of them well, and like they heal really well. And also I'm very tolerant when it comes to pain while getting tattooed. Girl, the back yesterday, that was a lot. That was 4 hours of really getting through it. That was a lot, but it was really worth it. They're so cute. I still can't believe that I actually got those. But yeah. And just having the sun out and getting my nutrition together and taking care of my body and working out and all that, I just feel really good right now. I'm gonna be able to make a whole lot of shit work in the next 2 months. Like, I'm gonna get so much work done. And I'm really looking forward to all the things that are gonna happen. Like, I have a couple of fun photo shoots that are happening. I have one really fun DJ gig that's happening in Essen, which is so ridiculous because it's at Pfingst Open Air, which is like an open air festival that happens here every year, and it's so like not the type of vibe that I'm usually around, but it's so fun because I've also been there every year since I've moved here, and it's such a, to me, it's like one of the biggest events that the city has. So I'm so fucking stoked to play there. It's so fun, even though I'm playing the opening slot at like 1 p.m. But I don't care. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be playing my like dancey workout mix, and oh, and also, I mean, whoever's listening to the pod is gonna know about it anyways because I'm gonna be posting about it. But I'm also working on my summer workout mix right now that I'm gonna post because I think my personal number one application for DJ mixes that I'm listening to from my friends also is as a workout mix. I kid you not. I have 2 sets that I keep on listening to over and over. It's the June episode of Perlenbad by my friend Alba that she played on Radio 80.000 in Munich. The June episode from 2025 from her radio show, I've been listening to so much because I listen to it when I work out, and that just means like I at this point like know the transitions like in my head. It's just like I know what's gonna happen at all times. And the same thing happened with Mira's set. Mira B Shark on Instagram. Love her. Amazing DJ who just joined Solarium Collective in Vienna. Mira's set for Cute Community Radio, also April of last year. I booked her for that night at Cute Community Radio. We had so much fun, and that set is so fire. And I've been listening to it while working out so much that it's actually like the same thing again. And when I recently heard her play one of the transitions that she also played in that set at the club, it was so cool because I was like, oh my God, this is my workout mix, baby. I'm here, I'm living. It was so fun. No, but for real though, like I love the fact that my friends are DJs because I love to listen to their mixes while working out. It's so cute. Obviously, their taste is great, so I'm just like great. I'm just like happy. So I'm happy to just have amazing music to work out to. At the same time, whilst I do love me some club music to work out to, I am a pop girl. I love me some pop music. I am a pop stan. I'm a pop girl. Baby, I'm hella gay. So, like, obviously I love pop music. And that's why I've been looking to curate my workout playlist that has some of my favorite icons, that has some of my favorite current pop stuff, some of like, you know, some of the goodies from back in the day, some goodies from the 2000s. We got some Lady Gaga, we got some Doja Cat, we got some Charlie XCX, Janet Jackson, Flo, Beyonce, Nelly Furtado, Australia Banks, Troye Sivan, some Slater, some Britney. Like, we got a lot of shit going on in this playlist, so I cannot wait. I'm currently still test driving it, so what I'm gonna do for this specific set is I made it as a playlist on my phone so I can listen to it while working out. And I'm kind of taking notes every time of like what I want to change, where I need the energy to be different. And then once I have finished test driving it, you're going to get the finished product. And I'm also going to maybe do a little cute photo shoot for the cover of it. So, you know, I'm probably just going to record it at home. But I think it's going to be really cute, and I really want to get back to DJing. And I think the key to that for me right now is just doing it in the most fun way possible. And what I've just described to you is going to be the most fun that I can have while DJing. So you're probably going to hear parts of that at the festival also, because, you know, It's just good music. Baby, it's just good music. Speaking of that, actually, I love when DJs have signature tracks. I love coming to a DJ gig of someone that I already know, someone that I've already seen play at the club once or twice, and coming back and hearing them play like an edit or a song that I've heard them play before. I know some people think like it should be all new music every time. I strongly disagree. I really, really like when people have their signature songs, because I know that I have a few tracks that I bring every time because I enjoy them every time. I would say you're gonna hear me play the Lua Preta remix of Alter Ego by Doechii almost every single time I play at the club. I think you're also probably going to hear me play the Cavalli remix of Nueva York by Bad Bunny. Another track that I feel like if the night is right for it, I will play it over and over again at every gig is Descontrolada by Pablo Vittar. Love that song. It's insane, but I really, really love it. And then another song that I will always bring because I love it so much is Joy, Life Goes On by Sampa the Great and Ezra Collective. It is so insane. And though I do feel like it is more of a closing track, I am just going to play it at peak anyways. Sue me. I'm going to play it at peak because guess what? If it hits at peak, it hits like nothing else. And it's just that bass is driving so hard. It's so good. It's so insane. There's so much happening. It's very ADHD. I live, bitch. I live. At the moment, I do see myself gravitating a bit more towards the cunty pop stuff. I really, really am into the Slater at the moment. I have been obsessed with La Masdol. La Masdol, especially Coqueta and De Tutanano. It's so insane to say. De Tutanano by Diente 27 and La Masdol. So, Diente 27 and La Masdol, it's so cunty. De Tutanano. So fucking cunty. It's so cunty. It's so cunty. I love it so much. So La Masdol has been on the radar recently. Also, I've been trying to study up on the roots of reggaeton and like where it came from before it like exploded in Puerto Rico. So I've been listening to a lot of like reggae en español. So the Spanish reggae that came before reggaeton happened. My friend Levi sent me a reel of a like DJ mixing two songs, and one of the songs that she was mixing was Rica y Apretadita by El General y Anaika. I have been listening to that song so much, even though I'm so annoyed by like all of the super fat phobic and like misogynistic lyrics in these old reggaeton or like reggae en español tracks. I'm so annoyed by it, honestly. However, I kind of have to look past it a little bit for that song because it is so rare to even have a lead female vocal at all in that genre. But also in that song, it feels like Anaika has the upper hand on him a lot. So, baby, Rica y Apretadita, that song is crazy. Oh my God, my favorite song. Obviously, Jill Scott has dropped her new album, but I am stuck with some old school Jill Scott. So in Love featuring Anthony Hamilton. Are you joking? I don't know how I've been missing out on that song for the last 15 years because it came out in 2011. It is so amazing. I've never listened to the Light of the Sun album by Jill Scott. And I was obviously missing out because what even is that track? So in Love featuring Anthony Hamilton. Listen to this shit. I don't even know if I could show this on the pod. I don't give a shit though, because this is important. Like, the people need to know. So in Love by Jill Scott and Anthony Hamilton. This song is amazing. Like, I'm so shook. I'm so shook. Anyways, so that's some of my favorites that I've been listening to recently. And then movie-wise, my good friend Luminara made me watch Total Recall by Paul Verhoeven from 1990 for the first time. And even though I could not really get past Arnold Schwarzenegger's accent, I was living for that movie. It was so good. Oh my god, it was so amazing. I kind of had a weird run of movies in the last few weeks. I watched The Neverending Story for the first time. That was really, really beautiful. Neverending Story was so beautiful. However, I've just been sad ever since because I don't have a luck dragon, but I'm just gonna like imagine that I have a luck dragon because that was so adorable. What do you even mean? Oh my god. And then I went to the movies to go see La Grazia by Paolo Sorrentino, an Italian film about Mariano De Santis, the president of Italy. That movie, La Grazia, was so crazy. I have to say, it was just really nice. It was just so well paced. I really liked the speed of the film. And also, like, this man sneaking out to have a cigarette every day, even though he only has one lung left. Iconic. And then him sneaking out to have a cigarette while listening to Le Bimbe Piangono, even especially considering that rapper has definitely like said in interviews that it makes him laugh when men dress up femininely. So maybe that's not the person to support, I gotta say. However, in the context of that movie, that song is an absolute bop. In that movie, that I really need you to see that movie, but I'm just gonna like talk about it anyways. That movie has one character, Coco Valori, who, oh my god, is Coco Valori a real person? It has to be a real person. In that film, they have a character called Coco Valori. Coco Valori is the most iconic person ever. I was so shook by everything that she did in that film. She looks so good. The costume is so well done from the beginning to end. I really need to look up who did the costume for her. That movie also made it painfully apparent again how much older the politicians that dictate a lot of our surroundings are. From my perspective, obviously, and it's so crazy to have that be portrayed in such a good way in a movie. That was really cool. Another film that I went to go see recently was Pillion. And another film that I went to see recently was Pillion by Harry Leighton. And my whole review of that movie was just this whole film truly is the antithesis of Talk to Me by Robin, the song. Because it's the lack of communication for me. And I've talked about this movie with a few of my friends who've also seen it. If you have seen that film, please chime in and tell me what you think about that dynamic, because I think it was insanely toxic. Truly, the question of consent was left unanswered in so many scenarios. And though I do understand that, and while I do understand that dom-sub relationships exist, I feel like I would draw the line at like forcing someone to sleep on the floor repeatedly, kind of revoking their desire for monogamy on their birthday. Like, a few things in that movie are pretty fucked up, in my opinion. And apart from all that, there are two categories of films that include gay romance, and one category is directed towards gay people and the other category is directed towards straight women. And even though there were only men in the theater when I went to see it, watching it, it kind of made me feel like it's just made for straight women who are not romanticizing like gay kink relationships, but who want a more scandalized version of it that takes the kink part of the relationship so far out the bedroom. And I don't know. I just haven't really met the person I think that makes this feel more realistic, because I can't really relate to anything that's happening in that film, which just makes it a bit weird. But I feel like I've talked to people now that can relate and who also cannot relate to the depiction in this film. So anyways, some of my favorite Letterboxd reviews of Pillion include: he has that sadness in his eyes that you only see in Eastern European gay porn. I think my favorite review of this film is: my sub has unionized. Also, the intimacy coordinator on this must have been paid overtime. Hell yes. A heartwarming Christmas movie to see with the whole family. Also, we need to talk about this jacket, I think, because this jacket really is so perfect, and I'm so obsessed with it because it has the perfect pockets. Oh my god, I think did I not record an episode about this jacket? I think I recorded an episode. Oh, never mind, actually. I think there might be another fashion episode coming up soon. So I'm going to need you to save it for that. That has been it from me for today. I think we covered a lot of bases here again. By the time I record the next episode, I will have gone to see Rosalia live. And that's probably what I will be talking about exclusively in the next episode, because I can't imagine that I'm going to be talking about anything else ever again after that happening. So until then, I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.